April 29th, 2015. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Artists. I'm your host, Omar Rashida. Joining me live right here in Least Access Studios is a very special guest. This is her first appearance on Artists, or in any of my shows. She's well known in the community. Sister Natural, good morning.
Yes. Good morning, King.
Okay,
How are you?
pretty good, pretty
Yes,
good.
yes,
Pretty
thank
good.
you.
Oh, I'm a king now? Okay.
Yes, you are a king because God said so.
All right,
Nothing to do with me.
But
Yes.
we talked a while, and I know you wanted to come on because I see you in the community, selling your jewelry. And she's a jewelry maker and you're a fashion designer, and your business.
Yes.
Talk about how you got started as an entrepreneur with this particular brand.
Yes, thank you, Omar. As Omar says, my name is Natural, and I am many things. And I consider them gifts and blessings. But this has been my latest baby. My name of my business is No Kukai Tribe, 2011. The 2011 on the end explains the year that the business was birthed. What happens with No Kukai Tribe is that everything is handmade by my hands, all handcraft. So I have a few items here that I want to share with you. And the front line of my business is my earrings. And I don't just make pretty earrings. Each piece has a meaning. They are actually hand painted by myself. They are beaded and they are wired. And hopefully later in the business later in the show, we'll have enough time to talk about the fact that I don't just sell them, I also teach handcraft entrepreneur skills. So this is one of the earrings. And this is a bronze face African queen with a head wrap on. And her bead is a Ghanaian trade bead from Ghana. The beads were actually used as currency. Our elders, our ancestors used these as currency for trade-off. They're called trade beads, and they're actually beautiful.
Now, with these earrings, sorry to cut you off. Now, how long does it usually take you to make these?
Oh, Omar, it doesn't take long at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's something called handcraft equals skill.
Okay, I got it.
So I am very skilled in my craft.
Okay, I got you.
And after I teach group sessions. It could be church groups. It could be individual sessions.
Right.
You can learn how to do this and make an earring in 5 minutes.
Okay, now
yes, please touch and feel. Touch
got
and feel. That is a beautiful afro female
okay,
queen with an afro, bronze skin.
Okay.
Some have black faces, some have bronze skin. This is a local bead from the island of Grenada where I lived last year. Right. Found these beads just local on the island. So the beads are very significant pieces too. And then we have an ankh. I believe everyone should have an ankh in their life. Mm-hmm. This is the symbol of life. Right. It represents the womb of the woman and the male's anatomy, which in my research is the original cross, but I allow people to do that part for themselves.
And as you continue to explain the jewelry,
yes.
you made several trips to the motherland,
yes.
to different places. Briefly talk about the experience of how you was received and how you enjoyed being there.
I sure would love to talk about South Africa. I just lived in South Africa 2014 to 2016, and it was such an amazing experience. I'm going to do it again. I leave in about 120 days.
Okay.
And I'm going to live in East Africa this time.
Gotcha.
So I lived amongst the Zulu tribe, which is Shaka Zulu's people. So I want to say Giabonga, Nkosi, which is I thank you, King. King is Nkosi. Learning the language was very, very difficult, but most of what you see here, and
why don't you put this up here?
Yes.
Yeah, you got all this good stuff here.
Let me start here.
Okay, great.
Because these are South African inspired.
Oh, okay, great.
And these are for her ankle, his arm. So they're unisex.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So these are trade beads, like I said, which our ancestors traded off. They have 100% Egyptian brass in each piece, and they all are laced with prayer bead or cowrie shell. Prayer bead is what our ancestors used before any Bible, any book, any religion, because it's what they had. They used for meditation and prayer. So they're very significant to have in your life, to have on your body. Right. And it's good to know the history of them. So South African inspired.
Okay.
Living in Africa changed my life. I'll probably do it for the rest of my life, this time in East Africa. Just embracing the culture, feeling the energy and the vibration of the elders and the children. Mm-hmm. it's something you really can't put into words. I wish everyone in this lifetime would get a passport.
Right.
That could be a good topic. Get a passport and take a journey. Take a journey into who you really are.
Right.
So that goes into the rings. I've been wrapping rings for a couple years now, and if you look on my hand, you will see the fertility dial, which protects the womb of the woman. And you'll see all copper on me. Copper pulls the impurities out of our bodies. It's the only time you'll have to clean copper, when it's getting dark. You'll know it's a rag that I've had for years. You can purchase. You clean it because it pulls the impurities out. It helps with arthritis and many toxins. Right. And we need that. We need that to cleanse our body. It's too much chemicals and foods and different things that's going on in our bodies these days. And I have arthritis in that thumb, so it's good for anybody. I want to move closer to healing. I want my whole business to move towards healing and embracing our culture.
Right. You know, at the top of the program, I introduced you go by the name of Natural.
Yes.
That's just one name.
Yes.
Like Prince.
Natural. That's it. Just one name.
So how'd you come up with the one name?
I changed my name in 2010. That was after living 3 years on the island of Antigua.
Okay.
I hung around a lot of conscious-minded people, conscious folk, who were taking back what was taken from them, and they started with their names. That sounds good to me. That's a great place to start. We got to start somewhere. So once I made my conscious decision to not carry any more slave names, because that's what it was. You had to go through a whole court process, a whole filling out paperwork, paid a small fee to the Court of Common Pleas.
Right.
And I chose Natural. Had I had enough time to go back and find out what tribe we were literally taken from, I would have chose a last name from that tribe. I didn't have that time.
Okay.
So one name for now.
Right.
One name for now, and I'm excited about my name.
Okay.
Excited about my name, but what I do want to show is these. This is called sea glass.
Okay.
Sea glass comes from the Caribbean Sea and the ocean, and each color carries a different energy. There's lots of energy in sea glass. The white brings on success. It takes 20 years for the ocean to do what it does. I'm talking the smooth edges of the sea glass.
Right.
Each color carries the energy. White brings on success. Green helps you with your relationships, keep you calm, help you with depression. It's the reason why I can't keep green. Green and blue, they help you with depression. You tell people that, they say, oh, give me 5 of them. Depression is real. And then you have it wrapped in the copper to help you with the impurities in your body. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I just want to show you one more where I've taken the prayer bead that I told you about earlier that our ancestors used and put it into copper. Isn't it fabulous?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that fabulous? So you can have these this Wednesday, Rodney Square, across from the library, 10 to 2. I'll be there every Wednesday until the market ends, 1 month before the market ends, because I'm leaving.
Now, where will you particularly be on the square? What section?
I'm exactly across from the Wilmington Library.
Okay.
I'm right there. My booth is here, and the Wilmington Library is there. So everybody knows the library downtown, I'm assuming, 10th Street, right? Rodney Square. I'm right there. You can't miss me. I'm just a type of person you can't miss.
Okay, and before we end in this session, we got.
I got it. Okay, these few pieces.
Oh, yeah, you can talk about that.
Now, this is just some of what we have. Hobo bags. Everything is made from Ankara fabric. Ankara means bright, shiny African fabrics. Hobo bags. Aren't they beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
And they go over the head.
Oh, okay.
And then they have beautiful head wraps. You can look at my head wrap, or you can imagine that there's a million ways to wrap heads.
Right.
Each head wrap is 2 yards and fabulous. You can take the sleeve out and wear it like a shirt over you. Just drop your bag inside. A great price for the combination. You do not have to buy it together. Everything is mix and match, and you do not have to buy anything together. And I want to show you one more pattern that it comes in. And by the way, purple is royal. So that's an amazing color to own. Kente, which is royal. Kings and queens wear this in Africa. We have our clutch purse. You put your phone and your cell phone and your keys and whatever is important to you.
Comes in handy.
And your head wrap to match. Imagine to match.
Right.
Imagine that. So just beauty and embracing and healing. That's what No Kukai tribe is about.
So for those who are unable, some people may be working in Newark or Newcastle, Middletown, they may not be able to come to Rodney Square. So if they're interested in purchasing any of your pieces, how can they get in contact with you?
That's no problem. You can call me at 302 384-4132. Or you can visit my Facebook business page, which is No Kukai Tribe 2011. So that's 384-4132. You can come to my home. You can call me and say, Natural, I see something on your Facebook page. Is this available? And do you have it in this color? I will make it happen for you. You can come to my home on Boehner Boulevard, and we'll talk about that once you contact me. And or I have delivered to people who really can't get out. I've done that. No problem. There's no way you can't get what you see on my page or down at Rodney Square. You may not have the money that day, but you may want to put something down on it. I give people receipts. And like I said, you can learn how to do this yourself. I teach workshops to groups and individuals. So if you have a group of young ladies, sisters, brothers, we don't count anyone out. We have group prices that are very, very affordable. You can learn 2 skills. You can learn the art of making earrings and the art of wrapping rings for one low price. And if you have a group, it can get lower than that. So our whole workshops, you can do it yourself and create your own business.
Okay, on that
Yes.
note, I'd like to thank you for being a guest.
Yes,
on
thank
Artists.
you.
Okay, we're going to take a short break live right here on Lisa Access Channel 28. You're watching Artists. I'll be back with my next guest. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Artists. I'm your host, Omar Rashida. Now joining me live, she comes on my show every year and talking about this amazing event. It's called Delaware Teen Idol. We have Miss Candace Davis. Good morning.
Hi.
Okay, all right. Now, Delaware Teen Idol is a little different this year.
It is.
But before we get into why it's different, let's give a brief background of how and why it got started. Just briefly for those who may not be aware of Delaware Teen Idol.
See, this is why we need Frank here.
Okay, there we go. You got it.
So we've been in for well over 10 years, and the basic premise is to allow the youth in the state of Delaware, not just Newcastle County, but all the counties from Delaware, to be in the spotlight for the right reason. So it gives them a platform to focus and showcase their talents in various forms, to either rap or sing or do spoken word on various topics that are prevalent in society today, and to showcase their talents in front of their peers, in front of other adults, and then we as a unit, I don't want to say judge, but we give them positive critique and feedback, and then in the contest form they're able to win prizes, and then sometimes take that platform and then go on further.
Now you're doing something a little different this year. Now the auditions are going to be through videos.
All through video.
Because before you had auditions in Newcastle County, King County, and Sussex County. So what made it about the change?
So this year, as a committee, we did decide to do something a little different, and we are doing video auditions, and we thought that that may offer a little bit, maybe gauge a different platform for our youth, and hopefully get a bigger audience at this point. We are allowing the youth to submit video submissions this year, up to like a 5-minute video submission through either Vimeo or YouTube. And the focus this year is actually gun violence, because it is hitting everywhere just hard. And it's not just something that's happening here in Delaware. You can turn on the news and see it everywhere, but primarily here, every time you look on the news or read the paper, it is happening, and we wanted to actually make that the premise of our program this year, is gun violence.
So with the youth, the auditions, it always had to be a positive message with the auditions, whether it be singing, whether it be rap, whether it be dance, it always has to be a positive message. So does a positive message have to surround gun violence, or they can still be doing to other things like health awareness, or something of that magnitude?
So they can still focus on that, but the primary focus has to be on gun violence prevention at this point. We're still allowing them to also focus, if they want to add in the fatherhood involvement, the teen pregnancy, HIV awareness, safe sex, and things of that nature. Those platforms are still available, but the primary focus this year is going to be the gun violence.
Now let's talk about the eligibility requirements. Who's allowed to audition? 13 to 18. And
the way we're doing the auditions this year, as we said, is a video submission. And what they're doing is it has to be up to like 5-minute video submission through either Vimeo or YouTube. And what you're going to do is email your Vimeo or YouTube audio audition link to Frank at Hawkins at AIDS Delaware.
Yeah, I think I got it on screen.
Right, and you're also going to include a bio, which is about 4 to 5 sentences about yourself, why you chose that topic, including your contact information, because in the previous years that's been the toughest part in how to contact our winners, our finalists, and things of that nature. And you're going to include that to him, and then our finalists will be notified that first week of July, and then we'll start the process from there.
Now judging. This is a competition.
It is still a competition, yes.
What in particular are the judges looking at?
So we're still looking at creativity when you perform. Their stage presence, and we understand that we're not looking at, very polished performers. This isn't the American Idol and things of that nature. And we understand that, because even in that process, each week you learn and you grow from the critique from the judges, and we get that, and we're working through our artist development portion of the contest and that criteria. But we want to see your poise, also your passion about your performance, and how how dedicated you are. So obviously, if you're just sitting there and you're performing like this,
Right.
versus someone who is enunciating
Right.
and is giving their all on the stage and
Right.
things of that nature, we definitely want to see that. That's what the judges are looking for, and because it's all original still, it definitely still has to be an original piece. We want to listen to what you're speaking about.
Right.
So that originality is definitely the most important criteria as well.
As I mentioned at the top of the program, I've interviewed with you, Frank, and Duffy every year. And then the winner, I guess, gets to perform at Duffy's Hope Celebrity Basketball game. You can talk about that. I don't want to mislead people or not giving all the correct. What does the winner get?
So there's usually always a monetary prize,
Okay,
which
got
is
it.
wonderful, and it I'm kind of like, wow, I wish I would have
Right.
performed when I was in school.
Right.
They have wonderful gifts, and we
Okay.
have, the volunteers at AIDS Delaware that are working diligently to secure sponsorships for the prizes. So each year it kind of varies, but in the past we've had televisions, we've had computers,
Right.
and as I've said, monetary prizes that have ranged in the amounts.
Right.
Gift cards and hotel stays and things of that nature. So it definitely just does depend. But the gift packages are wonderful. We've had studio sessions and artist development packages that are included in that.
Right.
And then they vary from 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place.
Okay.
And then the winner does get to perform their piece at the celebrity basketball game.
Once again, it's a competition, and everybody's not going to win. For those youth who do not win, may feel a little bit of self-esteem, a little bit of sadness. What words of encouragement would you give to he or she in terms of want to fulfill their dream of being an artist, or maybe possibly re-entering the following year and winning the next competition?
So one of the things that we've said and what we've seen is that those that don't win have come back to compete the following years because they've taken the critique from the judges.
Right.
And we meet with the judges prior to the competition and let them know that these aren't professionals that are competing, and they are still teens, they are youth, and we want to continue to give them words of encouragement. We don't want to shoot them down with what we're giving them, that feedback. We want to encourage them and give them positive feedback. So it's kind of like that positive feedback. When we're giving them maybe something negative, we also want to give them that positive feedback as well to encourage them. We have the Life After Idol that we want to revamp so that we're helping them, and we're working with them with that, with our artist development. And what we've seen is those that do work with the artist development have actually placed in there because they are honing in on their skills. So we do encourage those to come back and continue to compete in the program the following years. So, and then they come back and help the others to compete.
Right. Okay. We got about like 2.5 minutes remaining. You have anything that you want to say in regards to the competition, Duffy Hopes, or anything that's on your mind? You want to give encouraging words to the youth, to the parents? It's all you.
The biggest thing I would say is, with everything going on in society, this is probably one of the best. The weekend itself, just having the Duffy's Hope program and having the Teen Idol, these are some very positive things to get your kids involved in. And parents, I know it's difficult to have supportive and encouraging activities to get your kids involved in, but these are some of those activities. Make it a family event. Bring your kids there so that they can see that there are other children that are experiencing similar feelings and similar events and experiences that they have. So don't make your kids feel like they're the only ones that are going through certain experiences. This is a weekend that everyone is going to be able to enjoy, and you want to make sure that you're encouraging your kids any chance that you get, and support Frank, support Duffy, because these are gentlemen that are out here giving their all, not just to their own personal families, but to every family that they come across and that they meet and engage in, and that's who we need to support, and those are the kinds of companies and things that we need to support when we get the opportunity to do so, because there aren't many companies out here or agencies that are doing that from their hearts, that are truly doing so. And it's an honor for me to be able to work with those agencies because I have children of my own, and I want to model and replicate what I want my children to grow up and do, to give back.
Right.
And if anyone has time to donate and volunteer, please do so. Contact these agencies and say, hey, how can I help? It's not always
Definitely.
about money, but
Right.
about your time.
It's about
Because there are
time.
kids that are out here who need mentors, who
They
need
need-
people
right.
to help and show them that I'm out here and I care. So
Okay, on that note, we're going to close today's program, and I guess you'll probably be back in, what, July?
yes, hopefully.
Okay, and because August is the big thing, right?
August is a big thing, yes.
All right, so maybe I'll bring, well, I know Frank talked too much, so maybe you and Becky. All right, well, it's an
Tell
honor
him
and
you
pleasure.
said
Always
that.
an honor and pleasure to have you every year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Artists. I'll be back in next week. Yeah, next Community Issues. God bless and have a safe week.